Here is the fun fact nobody tells you when you get engaged. Your wedding is probably the single biggest wine purchase of your entire life. 100 guests, a full evening, you're looking at buying 80, 100, 150 bottles in one go. Most of us have never bought more than 6 bottles at once, and the stakes are weirdly high. If you buy too little wines, the bar runs dry at 10 p.m. and people will remember that forever. If you buy the wrong style, everyone will switch to beer. If you overspend on the wrong bottles, you will burn thousands of dollars that nobody will notice. But the good news is that choosing wine for a wedding is not a taste problem, it's a planning problem. And planning problems have formulas, so here are my 10 rules: quantities, styles, where to save, where to spend, the logistic, and what will make it work on your day. Whether your budget is tight or generous, these 10 rules apply, so let's go for it. Rule number 1, before you actually think of any grape, think about the math. And here is the arithmetic that caterers usually use. A standard bottle holds 5 glasses, and a bottle of sparkling poured into flutes for a toast, for example, stretches to 6 or 7 glasses. Now, if you put that in regard to consumption, the planning baseline is roughly 1 drink per adult guest for the first hour, and then about 1 every hour or 2 after that. People will naturally slow down. So across a full wedding, reception, dinner, party, that averages out for a wine drinking crowd to somewhere between half a bottle and a full bottle of wine per adult, depending, of course, on how long the party runs and whether you're also planning for other beverages such as beers and cocktails. If you're not entirely sure about how many bottles of wine you need, you can use online calculator like the one that is on screen and you'll have a very good estimate. I will put the link in description. So let's say that you are approximately 100 adults, you're looking for 70 to 100 bottles of still wines plus around 15 to 20 bottles of sparkling if it's mainly for the toast and aperitif. Is wine is the only alcohol, you need to push to the upper limit of this range. And of course, if there is a full bar, you need to push for the bottom of it. There are 2 adjustments that you need to make. The first one is that you need to know your crowd. A wine-loving family drinks very differently from a beer crowd or from non-drinkers, so just be honest about who is coming, and always add 10 to 15% buffer on top of it. Running out is a catastrophe, but a few leftover cases are a honeymoon gift to yourself. And in rule number 8, I will show you the trick that makes over-ordering completely risk-free. So do this math before any other decision. Budget per bottle, style, supplier, flow from that one rule. Let's go for rule number 2, and this is the one wine lovers struggle with the most. Your wedding wine is not for you. It's for 100 people aged 19 to 90 from 4 countries, half of whom think full-bodied is a shampoo. If you've watched this channel, you might love a savory orange wine or big tannic Barolo, but do not serve them at your wedding. Divisive wines divide. At a wedding, you want the opposites. Wines that make everyone quietly happy and reach for a second glass. The crowd pleaser profile is simple. For whites, it's fresh, fruity, dry but not austere, little to no oak. And for reds, it's medium-bodied, soft tannin, juicy fruits, nothing aggressive. Aim for moderate alcohol across the board. It's a long day and 15% reds at the table and mariages before they even start. So what to avoid? Heavily oaked butter bomb whites, very tannic young reds, anything funky or oxidative, super sweet style as the main pour, and anything that needs explaining. If a wine needs a speech, it's a hobby. It's not a wedding wine. So save your weird, wonderful favorites for the head table if you must, or better, for the anniversary. But today, you are pouring for the room. Rule number 3, you need exactly 3 wines. Maybe 4, but not 7. 1 sparkling for the aperitif and the toast, 1 white, 1 red, and if it's a warm weather wedding, add 1 dry rosé, which in summer often becomes the most popular thing on the table. That's it. Couples get seduced into offering 2 whites and 3 reds, so there is something for everyone. And all it does is triple your logistics, confuse the staff, fragment your bulk discount. 1 well-chosen crowd pleaser per color beats 3 options every time. Guests don't want a wine list at a wedding, they want a full glass and a dance floor. The only real exception is a dessert wine or a special bottle for the top table if that's meaningful to you. Otherwise, red, white sparkling and a seasonal rosé, you're done. Rule number 4 is the sneakiest money rule in this whole video. Your budget should follow the palate curve of the day. Think about when people actually taste wine at a wedding. During the aperitif and the first glass at dinner, palates are fresh, people are paying attention, they often comment on the wine. That's where the quality registers. By hour 5 on the dance floor, nobody, and I mean nobody, is evaluating tannin structure. They want cold, clean, cheerful. So structure your buying accordingly. Put your best money into the aperitif sparkling and the dinner wines. That's your window. For the late night phase, it's completely legitimate to switch to a simpler, cheaper version or the same wine, just keep pouring it because your mid-price crowd pleaser is fine all night. And here is the reassuring truth about price. For a crowd, the biggest quality per euro jump in wine happens roughly in the 8 to 15 euro retail band. Below that, you risk thin headachy wine. Above it, you're paying for subtleties a wedding crowd won't register. You do not need classified growth, you need the best possible 10 euro bottle, bought smart, which is what the rest of these rules are for. Rule 5, watch what actually happens during a wedding toast. Glass is raised, speech, tears, one sip, and then half the flute gets abandoned as everyone stands up to hug and to discuss. The toast pour is the least tasting wine of the entire day. So here is my possibly controversial advice. Do not pour expensive champagne for the toast. This is actually where you save. The smart play is a traditional method sparkling that isn't champagne. Same production method, a fraction of the price. Crémant is the king of this move. Crémant d'Alsace, Crémant de Bourgogne, Crémant de Loire. It's French, it's elegant, and made exactly like champagne, usually a third to half of the price. Spanish cava from a good producer is even a better value. A quality Crémant at the toast reads as festive and delicious to 99% of the guests, including, honestly, most people who think they know the difference. If champagne genuinely matters to you, here is the compromise. Serve real champagne during the aperitif, when people are actually tasting, and pour Crémant for the toast itself. Best of both and 100 saved. Rule number 6, the calendar and the kitchen, pick your styles. If you're having your wedding during the summer and outdoor, you need to skew your order for white and rosé. Think 60-40 or even 70-30 towards the pale stuff, and pick a red that can take a light chill, like a juicy Beaujolais Village or a soft Loire red is perfect. Nothing heavy, heat plus a lot of alcohol equals nap time. For a winter wedding, it's the other way around. Red leaning order, and the red can have more body, a Côte du Rhône, a Rioja, a Merlot-based Bordeaux. Then for the menu, you don't need a sommelier level pairing. You need to avoid collisions. Fish or poultry-led menu, make sure the white is genuinely good, that's the workhorse. For beef or lamb, the red carries the dinner. Rule number 7, and it's non-negotiable, never order 100 bottles of a wine you haven't tasted. Never. A nice label and a decent price tell you nothing. Here is how to do it properly. Shortlist 2 or 3 candidates per slot, so 2 sparklings, 3 whites, 3 reds, and buy single bottles. Hold a tasting night, make it fun, invite a few honest friends with good palates, not just your wine nerd friends, and you can taste it with food, ideally something that will be close to your actual menu, because a wine that sparkles on its own can fall flat next to a dinner, and vice versa. If your caterers offer a menu tasting, bring your shortlisted bottle to it, and that's the perfect rehearsal. Second, taste the white and rosé at the temperature they'll be actually served, not straight from a warm kitchen counter. And then the crucial detail, once you've chosen, confirm the exact vintage with your supplier and make sure that's what gets delivered. Wine changes from year to year. You tasted the 2024, you want the 2024 on the tables. Rule number 8, the 3 pieces of financial machinery that separate the smart buyers from everyone else. First, the corkage question. If your venue supplies the wine, you'll pay their markup, often 2 to 3 times retail. If they let you bring your own, they'll usually charge corkage anyway. It means a per bottle fee for serving it. So this is not fun, but you just need to do the actual math. retail price plus corkage versus venue's list price. Very often, a €10 bottle plus €8 corkage still beats the venue's €35 list wine and is better. But sometimes the venue package genuinely wins. Run the numbers and don't assume. Second, sale or return. This is the magic phrase. Many independent wine merchants and some larger chains as well will sell wedding quantities on a sale or return basis. Any unopened case can be bought back for a refund. This single arrangement removes all the risk from rule number 1's buffer. Order generously, return what's untouched. Always ask for it, it's standard for weddings at good merchants and they often bundle in free glass hire too. Third, buy the case and negotiate. At wedding volumes, 10, 15, 20 cases, you are a serious customer. Ask for case discount. Ask about delivery. Ask what they will throw in. Merchants love wedding, make them earn yours. One warning, whoever supplies, get the delivery schedule at least several days early to the right address, with someone confirmed to receive it. The only wine emergency worse than running out is 80 bottles arriving at your flat while you are at the rehearsal dinner. Rule number 9, here is the truth that will save you from wasting every euro of the previous 8 rules. Serving conditions matter more than the bottle. A €10 white served properly cold beats a €30 white served lukewarm. Every time. So the checklist to confirm with your venue or caterer: chilling capacity, 100 bottles of white, rosé and sparkling needs serious fridge space, or ice bath, hours in advance, replenished all day, and exactly how they'll do it, especially for outdoor summer venues. Whites and sparkling want to go out properly cold, they'll warm up in the glass very fast. Reds, slightly cool. The classic wedding failure is a red wine stored in a warm room, served at 24 degrees, tasting like soup. Ask for the reds to be kept in a cool space around the cellar temperature before service. Next, glassware and pouring. One all-purpose wine glass per guest is very fine. You don't need 6 shapes of glasses plus flute. And agree with the staff on the size of the glass. 150 ml is perfect. Generous free pouring by an enthusiastic staff can burn 20% more wine than you planned. Also think about putting water on every table because hydrated guests are happy guests that will feel better the day after, plus it naturally paces the drinking, so it will be good for you. You can also think about a non-alcoholic beverage for people who don't drink alcohol. Pregnant guests, drivers and non-drinkers will want to raise a glass too. Rule number 10, and it's finally the fun one after 9 rules of spreadsheet. Remember, this is your wedding and wine is one of the easiest places to hide a little meaning. Some ideas. Pour wine from the region where you met, where you got engaged, or are honeymooning. It gives every table a story and it gives you a speech-free line. If a family member makes or imports wine, this is the day to feature it. Custom label on the bottles, your names, the date, a little design costs very little at wedding volumes and turn every bottle into a favor and a keepsake. Guests genuinely take them home. And my favorite move is buy a case of something age-worthy from your wedding year, a good Bordeaux, a Jura Reserva, vintage champagne, and don't serve it. Put it away, open one bottle every anniversary. 10 years of anniversaries prepaid from the best day of your life. The meaning costs almost nothing. The memory lasts longer than the flowers. Let's blend this and recap the 10 rules. First, do the math. 5 glasses a bottle, half to 1 bottle per adult plus a buffer. Rule number 2, buy for the crowd, not for you. Rule number 3, keep it to the trio, sparkling, white, red, plus summer rosé. 4, spend early in the day and save late. 5, crémant or cava for the toast, not champagne. 6, match the season and menu. 7, always taste first with food. 8, do the corkage math, sell or return, and ask for case discounts. 9, serve it cold, pour it white, and don't forget water on the tables. And 10, make one bottle mean something. Screenshot that, send it to your fiance, your planner, your future in-laws, and go enjoy the tastings. That's it. You have everything to choose your wines perfectly for your wedding. If you need a little more help, we have a website for that. It's called theweddingwines.com. I put the link in description. You have a simulators of the number of bottles that you would need for your event, and you can also personalize labels and ask for me or my team to prepare the bottles for your wedding. I put all the link in description. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you soon. Congratulations. Bye bye.